What's up, everybody? Enosh here for the Poindexter Lounge, and today I am in LA and I am taking the Warner Brothers studio tour in Hollywood. And so everybody knows I'm a big DC fan, big Warner Brothers fan, and so I am really looking forward to this. Now, I don't know how much video I can take. I don't think you can take much video on the tour itself, but I can take lots of pictures, and so I'm going to invite you along with me via pictures. All right, so come along for the ride. Let's go. So this is a trip that I've wanted to make for a real long time, and as you can see here, the iconic water tower of Warner Brothers. What a great experience overall. I got to ride in the tram, got to take some pictures of some unexpected tourists along with me. This is the side view of the building that doubled as George Clooney's apartment building in ER, along with these city streets. As you can see here, these city streets also doubled in the movie The Mask, starring Jim Carrey. So it was really cool to kind of drive up and down these. This right here is the house as seen in the opening to Growing Pains. That was one of my favorite parts about being here for this tour, was to be able to see things up close and personal, in person, that you've seen for years on television and in movies. Like this back lot here has been used in several movies. It also doubled as Hazard County in The Dukes of Hazzard, and also Stars Hollow in Gilmore Girls.
Ways you can make the film depending on what's happening during the scene.
Hazard County.
Coming back towards the cart this way, you guys. If you want to walk through the cart here, it's kind of more.
Alright, for you Gilmore Girls fans, this was Lorelei's house. As you can see here, this is actually the back of another house. The other side of this house actually is another front of a house. It's kind of cool that this was the only house on the lot that is like this. Also, here is the pavilion in the middle of Stars Hollow, also as seen in The Dukes of Hazzard. So it's pretty cool to see how they've doubled things over the years and reused things over the years that you see all the time, yet you would never just think that, oh, yeah, this has been used and I've seen this before. Or maybe you have seen things and thought, that looks familiar. Well, it is. This was Melissa McCarthy's house, the inside of her house in the show Gilmore Girls. And as you can see, it looks like a regular neighborhood. And this is the front of that house. I love the fact that I can actually say that I was there, you know, on these city streets here in the back lot of WB. Here is actually a piece that was actually used in The Mask with Jim Carrey. Here's more of Stars Hollow and Hazard County. Here's Luke's Diner. It doesn't say Luke's right now, but that was Luke's Diner. That's what it looked like back in the day when it was all dressed up. And it was kind of cool to drive by that. We didn't get out to actually look at it, but I got to take a picture. Here is the house from Full House and Fuller House. It's amazing how they dress it up and make it look like there's houses next to it by using a little movie magic. And that's a lot of fun to see. Here is the alley where Prince's album cover for Purple Rain was shot. So there's a little thing for my music fans. Now here's something that I was able to shoot video for, so you're going to see that right now, and that is the Warner Brothers Superheroes and Harry Potter exhibit. Hey everybody, Enosh here, and we are looking at some pretty cool stuff here at the Warner Brothers lot. I got my good pal, The Flash, right here with me. As always, Aquaman, my man. Over here we got, Aquaman's main squeeze, Mira, looking good. In case you were looking for him, I found him. All of the mother boxes, as you can see. And of course, here's the one near and dear to my heart, Mr. Henry Cavill, Superman himself. Oh, this looks so good. Over here on this side, let's check this out. I'm Batman. Got some cyborg action going on over here. And I love this place. I could live here. Hippolyta. Very nice. Got some Steve Trevor right there. Look at this stuff. Well, folks, this has been really cool, and this is just one of the stops on the tour. But check this out.
There she is, Wonder Woman. But she's not as great as my Wonder Woman, the lovely Tiftastic. Now that's a background that I gotta get for the show. So cool.
So if you're like me and you appreciate all things in the DCEU, you're going to love this. I got some close-ups of all of the costumes. These are actual screen-worn costumes. So these were actually in the movies. They also had a great comic book selection, over $1 million worth of comic books. Here are some of the things from The Flash in Justice League, and a close-up of his symbol here, and a close-up of Batman. I got close-ups here of the chess pieces and of Wonder Woman's costume, and you can see just how cool these things are.
They only give you 20 minutes in this place, and you're supposed to do both DC and Harry Potter? I mean, come on. Check that out. So I'm going to find out what house they get put into. Here we go.
Your cunning is matched by few. Yes, no question here. You belong in Slytherin!
Slytherin? Oh boy.
So I was really bummed to find out that I belong in Slytherin. But I got to see all these really cool costumes and props from Harry Potter, along with the DCEU props and costumes as well. This is a really cool part of the tour where you get to get out and experience some of these things close up that you've seen in the movies. And that's what this tour is all about, is seeing things from the movies and TV shows that that you normally wouldn't get to see. And I mean, things like the letter for Harry Potter. Now this next couple things are pretty cool. This was the Daily Planet from the show Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, starring Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. As you can see right here in this set photo. And this building just down the street doubled as Gotham City's police station in the old 1960s Batman TV show. And here you can see Batman and Robin getting ready to leave from there in a hurry.
All right, everybody. This is one of my favorite things that I've seen so far here at the Warner Brothers lot. We've got Batmobiles. Look at that. I'm loving this. If you can't tell, this is some amazing stuff right here.
Now here are some interesting vehicles and things from the Batman movies. Here's a Bat Cycle. This is also the Robin Cycle, which stay tuned because just in a minute we are going to hear exactly how fast this can get, and it's crazy. Here's the Batmobile from Batman Forever. It's actually kind of small, but it was pretty cool to see up close and personal. Now here, I love this statue. This statue is amazing, and this place is actually called the Bat Cave. They call it the Bat Cave because it has all these Batmobiles and Bat vehicles and things like the Bat Signal from the Christian Bale Batman movies. Here you can see the Batmobile from Justice League, complete with its cannon. It is so cool to see this up front, and I'll tell you right now, these are actual screen-used vehicles. That is a real working vehicle right there. They told us that this was the fastest Batmobile that is there and can get up to well over 200 miles per hour. How cool is that? Now here, of course, we see the Bat Ski from Batman and Robin. Here is the Tumbler from the Christian Bale Batman movies.
So, you know, you can't say that I don't go to great lengths to bring you guys super cool stuff. Look at this. We got Christian Bale's Batman, Christian Bale's Batmobile. We got another Tumbler back there. We got Ben Affleck's Batmobile. We had Val Kilmer's Batmobile over there. We got the Bat Cycle, the Dark Knight.
Then, of course, we have my favorite Batmobile, and of course, that is the Michael Keaton 1989 Batmobile. This car just looks so cool right up close and right there in person. It's an amazing vehicle. It looked great on screen, and it looks good here.
It's my favorite Batmobile right there, folks. Look how awesome that looks.
Do you guys have any questions besides the information here about the Batcave? No? The one thing aside that was not used in the movies is that statue. That's just a hollow piece of plastic, and during filming, they really carved a real piece of stone, which is pretty neat. A lot of people ask me what that cylinder is along the wall. That's Bane's fusion reactor from the Dark Knight. It's like the bomb he threatens to blow up Gotham City with. So I guess that's the statue. Only two things are not vehicles inside here.
How fast did you say the Robin cycle goes again?
0 to 160 in 4 seconds. Wow. Yeah, one of a kind prototype from Batman and Robin.
Wow.
Yeah. Any more questions about the Batcave, you guys? If not, the Batcave is central part of the
So here's a nice plaque outside stage 24 where this was constructed in 1935, and this has a lot of the movies and the TV shows that have been filmed here on this soundstage ever since. Now, right now they're filming Fuller House on there. You can see that's 2016 through current, and some of the other shows that have been filmed there are Mike and Molly, Friends, the original Full House, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, and of course Wonder Woman, which is something that a lot of us nerds love. Now, they would not let me take photos or video while I was there inside the soundstage because, believe it or not, they said there could be spoilers for people who watch the show all the time, and that, oh, this was moved here or there. So I was not able to take photos, much to the chagrin of Landon Calrissian and Tiff-tastic. But oh well, it was still fun to see, and it was really cool to see a set that you watch all the time on TV. Even though I didn't get to see the set itself, I got to see the parking for the Big Bang Theory. I got to see the Warner Brothers sign that's on the outside of the building. I also got to see where they film the Conan O'Brien show, and of course I'm a big Conan O'Brien fan. And then outside here you could see the hair from Conan's Conan-mobile that he uses on his show every once in a while. Once you're done with the tour, you get to go through an exhibit that shows a lot of different things. Here are some pictures from The Matrix, some statues of the Warner Brothers cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. You get to see some great still shots. Here's some still shots from Superman, the animated series. There's Superman and Brainiac here. And then, of course, you get to see the Justice League. These are all real drawings. Here's the opening to the Batman animated series. Everybody will recognize this. This was a really cool thing to be able to see after having watched this for so long. We've got Lex Luthor here, and these are all models. Got the Animaniacs. I watched the Animaniacs a lot when I was a kid. Pinky and the Brain. What are we going to do today, Brain? Try and take over the world, Pinky. Here we've got some great cells from the Jetsons, and then also we got some Scooby-Doo here. These were really cool to see. And then some Yogi Bear here, and of course Boo Boo Bear. And there's Daffy Duck. It's duck season. It's despicable. And then this classic scene from the classic Warner Brothers cartoons with Bugs Bunny playing the piano. Here's Michigan J. Frog. I like him because his name is Michigan. It's Porky Pig, Tweety, Speedy Gonzales, Sylvester Sam down there. Of course, Elmer Fudd dressed as a Viking. That's a classic. And then you have the Flintstones here. And those are all really cool to see. Here's a little thing they had in the corner for Mars Attacks, a life-size alien. Here's some drawings. This was all from the costume designs for Batman and Superman. And then some of the miniatures from the Batman movie. So these were actually used. Here's some miniatures from The Matrix. Here are all of the work passes for all of the characters on ER. And then there is Phoebe's guitar on Friends. And then, of course, my favorite, Superman's cape. You never pull or tug on Superman's cape, right? That's what the song said. And this was one of the very cool things to see Christopher Reeve's classic Superman cape. I had the right shirt on. I mean, I could have put the cape on at any time and just gone for a test flight. I think that would have been okay. Maybe not. They also had Christian Bale's Batman suit here, which was pretty cool to see. This is where I got my Oscar award. They gave me one for my great channel. Here's Supergirl, a prop of Melissa Benoist in her Supergirl outfit in the gift shop. Got a lot of great pictures with her. They also had the Arrow here. The Arrow looked really cool close up. As you can see, that is his costume, Steve Amell. Then also they had Grant Gustin's Flash outfit. Of course, I like this one a whole lot better than this season's, but that's a whole different video. But it was really cool to see, and this is all right there in the gift shop, as they have different sections for all this stuff. There's the emblems up close. You can see there the Flash emblem. And here's another one of Supergirl, and I tried to get a close-up of her. You can see the fabric and kind of how it's together, how it's all put together, and how nice it looks. Thought these close-ups really showed well what the costumes look right close up. This is when I met Lego Batman. He was in good spirits. And of course then here's a little sign for National City, Star City, and Central City. And that was pretty much the end of my day at Warner Brothers.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was my day at the Warner Brothers lot. I had a ton of fun today. My only sad thing was that I did it by myself because I'm out in California by myself. But I love you, Tiptastic, and the rest of the crew, and I hope that one day I can bring you guys back out here and you can experience the fun that I had in seeing all this really cool stuff, all right? There was so much stuff that they talked about on the lot and everything, but I just was able to give you a little taste of what I saw today. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.